Hey, how you doing? I am Gio. Welcome to the channel, or hopefully welcome back. Hey, how you doing? I am Gio. Welcome to the channel for your first time, or welcome back, and welcome to another music reaction. So today's music reaction, we're going back to, I believe, the 1960s. We're going back to the 1960s. We're going back to, I guess this is my mother and father's era, right? Today we're doing the Animals' House of the Rising Sun. Right? I've heard the Animals. I'm sure I've heard this before. I must have, right? My mum and dad are like 60s kids. Like my mum was in the Beatles. My dad was more of a rocker. So I'm pretty sure I've heard this before. But I'm unsure. I think it's one of those things, like I always say when I'm doing music reactions, there's a difference between hearing something and listening to something, right? Like you can hear a song on the radio in the background without actually listening to it. Today I'm here to listen to this song. So this is the Animals with House of the Rising Sun. Like I said, 1960s. I guess I'll look up some facts afterwards. I don't want to prejudice by doing too much beforehand. I want this to be a kind of blind reaction, right? So guys, before we get started, on this channel, for better or worse, I do all sorts of things, right? I do music reactions, sports reactions, vlogs, like family stuff, anything that comes out of my mind, right? This is just my channel for just I've got a techno reaction channel, and I've got a TV movie reaction channel, right? And this is just anything else, right? I'm a little bit, I guess I'm on a spectrum at some point, right? I've got a wide, varied interest of things, and my mind wanders. So, I just do what I want to do when I want to do it. So if that's something you'd be interested in, push subscribe. If you end up liking this video, like a video. And I've said before, one of my favourite things about doing these kind of videos is the comments afterwards. People always tell me stuff that I don't know, right? So if you're an Animals fan, give me some lore, give me some stories, give me some knowledge that I wouldn't know, which is basically anything really about animals. Basically anything. I couldn't tell you their fucking names. I couldn't even guess. John, Ringo, Paul, I had no idea. Alec, fucked if I know. I'll find you later. But yeah, so again, if you're into that kind of stuff, if you think it suits your personality, just some guy going about life, doing what he wants to do, push subscribe. And what else can I say? Let's do what we're here for. Let's do the reaction.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one.
Right, quick copyright pause. How old are these guys? Especially the singer. He looks like he's just left school. He looks like he's like 15, 16 years old. The guy's got acne. The guy's got like acne scars. He looks super young. And the rest of them, yeah, I mean, okay. Was this early on in the Animals' career? Because they look kind of like, I don't know, like, see, in this day and age, you say like fucking like geeks, right? Like you would, they don't look like rock stars at all, apart from maybe the singer because he's kind of got a modernish haircut by accident, I suppose. It looks like it's been like a bad haircut that looks kind of modern, right? Right? So, yeah. yeah, so far so good. What a voice the guy's got, by the way. What a voice that guy has got for like a 15-year-old. He's got a good voice. I like it. And yeah, as far as the music goes, right? I mean, I love all types of music, but I love simplicity, right? Because music, why we're attracted to music is your brain recognizing patterns, right? Music and mathematics are very closely related. Very closely related. And your brain recognizes patterns in the music. And I think that sometimes gets lost when people try to overcomplicate things. Right? People try to show off and overcomplicate things, and what's enjoyable about it gets lost. So this is a guy singing beautifully. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it sounds fucking phenomenal. Great. Nice and simple and good.
Down in New Orleans, now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and truck, and the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drug.
Drugs. Right. Pause again, just because, why not? Because hopefully if I pause, it doesn't get copyrighted. So I'm assuming they are English, right? I'm assuming they're English because, let's face it, in the 1960s, most of the good ones were. Like, all the good music in the 1960s was coming from England, especially guys wearing matching suits, right? Especially guys wearing matching suits. And see, you got a big ginger guy at the back. I'm sure I know that guy. I know a guy that looks exactly like that. No, he wouldn't be like him then, because he's probably an old man now. But yeah, I know a guy that looks like that. Of course I do. It's fucking Scotland. Like 30% of the population is ginger. Like, but yeah, again, what can you say? Like simple music that touches your soul. I've got a soft spot for organs. So organ sound, right? Especially prevalent in the 60s. Like I can't even remember. I think there's a few Doors songs is the same tone, organ tone. Yeah. Like I said, the guy can sing like a motherfucker. The musicians are good. Everyone's doing their job. The guy's all bouncing his drums.
Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun.
before we end, like the singer is trying to be cool. The guitarist thinking, we fucking nailed this. We've nailed this. This is great, right? And the bass player, I've got no idea what he's thinking. Couldn't tell you. But yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, always the Animals with the House of the Rising Sun. That was great. Right, of course I've heard that before. Of course I have. It's but I never actually listened. Again, there's a difference between hearing someone listening to something. Like listening to it is great. It really is. I never actually understood or noticed how good that guy's voice was. For like a 15-year-old or whatever the fuck. Because I'm not sure if he was, but he looks it. Right? He looks young. Right, and you know, this is obviously like post Beatles, where you were in the suits, marching with the skinny ties, and there was a very, very, very short period of time when that was cool. Right, it was a very short period of time that was cool, and then in the 1970s, I went to fuck. Right, I was like, no marching clothes, no suits, and nothing like that. Right, so because I feel like every musical generation is a rebellion against the one before it, right? To an extent. And nowadays it's just a mix up of everything. But yeah, I was superb. Like I said, the guy's voice was great. The organ was great. The bass line was amazing. The guy playing guitar, the way it went, essentially the same song, except it just rose up a little bit at the end, like all good songs do. Right, the tension, the volume, I guess, the speed, the intensity ramped up at the end, and it was great. And it was noticeable, and you know, yeah, well done to Animals. I wonder, like, I think that's the only Animals song I know. Right, the Animals, currently billed as Eric Burdon and the Animals, featuring original frontman Eric Burdon, also known as Animals and Friends, featuring original drummer John Steele, are an English rock band formed in Newcastle. Why, I man? Wouldn't have thought that like. Newcastle in 1962. The original lineup consisted of frontman Eric Burdon. I suppose that was that guy, right? Guitarist Hilton Valentine. What a name. Hilton Valentine. What a name for a pop star, eh? Bass guitarist Chas Chandler. Keyboardist Alan Price. And drummer John Steele. Known for their gritty, bluesy sound, yeah, their balanced, tough, rock-edge pop singles against rhythm and blues-oriented album material. Okay. Rock-edge pop singles, rhythm and blues album material. They were part of the British invasion of the US. The Animals rose to prominence with their signature song and transatlantic #1 House Rising Sun. They continued the success with hits such as We Gotta Get Out of This Place. I think I've heard that. I think I've heard that one. I think I know that one. Don't Bring Me Down, I'm Crying, See Rider. Don't Let Me Be in... Nah. Like, We Gotta Get Out of This Place, none of the rest of them. They underwent numerous personal changes in the mid-60s and suffered from poor business management, leading the original incantation to split in 1966. Burdon then assembled a mostly new lineup of musicians under the name Eric Burdon the Animals. The much-changed arc moved to California and achieved commercial success as a psychedelic and progressive rock band, with hits such as San Francisco, yeah. So completely changed. They went psychedelic. He left his like soulful bluesy stuff and went psych. Of course he did. 1970s, right? You've got to, you grow or you die. Right? You change or you die. The original lineup of Burdon, Prince, Chandler, Valentine, and Steele reunited for a one-off benefit concert in Newcastle in 1968. They later launched brief comebacks in 1975 and 1983. Several partial regroupings of original era members have occurred since under various names. Altogether, the band has had 10 top 20 hits in both the UK single chart and US Billboard. Yeah, the Animals' original lineup members were inducted into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994. So, they're formed in 1962, right? Alright, so Animals never wrote House of the Rising Sun. Cuento. 64. Recorded in one take in 1964, right? So 1964, Eric Burdon was born in 1941. So he was 23 in that video. That man was 23. Wow. Fucking hell, he looked young. 23, unbelievable. Yeah, okay. Right, so guys, I was the Animals, I was House Rising Sun, I was fantastic, I was brilliant. See, if you're young, like especially me, you rebel against the music your father and mother, especially my mother, because my mother has got terrible taste in music. She really does. It's fucking awful. My dad's a rocker, right? He's like better. My mom's got terrible taste in music. Like it's rarity. She's like country western, Tommy Wynette, Conway Twitty, like fucking. But when you're young, you rebel against the music your parents listen to. It is automatically shite, right? And then you get older and you get wiser, and you realise that, mate, these guys were famous for a reason, right? This was a hit for a reason, and it wasn't just because of the era and because of the time. It was, yeah, good music stands up forever. Good music will be listened to like in 100 years, 50 years. The crap stuff gets forgotten. The good stuff lives on, right? The crap stuff, you know, it's got its fans, but it doesn't survive, you know. Like legendary songs are legendary songs for a reason. You understand that as you get older. But guys, that is it for me. If you like this reaction, push like. If you like stuff like this, push subscribe. Again, I love getting comments from people. Give me some knowledge. Tell me about the Animals. Tell me stuff I don't know, which is basically anything apart from what I've just read. And that is it from me, guys. I'm going to catch you in the next one.